The Diddy trial is actually about the psychology of abuse and who holds the power in relationships. This case is not just going to come down to hard evidence, it's actually going to come down to psychological testimony. What's really going on here and what's really being talked about and examined is the psychology of coercive control in a relationship. Cassie is describing a world where power and manipulation and dependency were used to trap her, slowly, strategically, and behind closed doors. According to trauma expert Dr. Judith Herman, this is all about domination. Who has the money? Who controls the narrative? Who controls your life or career? Who makes you feel like you can't leave? And in narcissistic abuse, as Dr. Ramani explains, the abuser actually builds a system where your silence protects them, the abuser, and your loyalty becomes your own prison. That is one of the things that makes this trial so current and important, especially in the context of relationships, relationship dynamics, and relationship psychology. Because this trial is in part about what abuse really looks like and how confusing it is when you're in a relationship with someone who has all the power and is using it to harm. The prosecutor and the government are charging Diddy with many other crimes, but it's important to highlight the fact that coercive control and illegal acts can take place in abusive relationships, even in abusive relationships where people may say, I love you to one another, interspersed between moments of tenderness or intimacy, as Cassie has been describing. Her testimony and its validity is so important in a psychological context because this is also about educating the greater population that abuse is not cut and dry necessarily. Abuse can be very mixed, it can be very confusing, and you could even have loving feelings, as Cassie described, for her abuser, even now, even a decade later, when she has a new husband and kids and she's trying to move on from the horrors that she experienced. Those complicated emotions are very commonplace in abusive relationships, and the greater population, the media, want things to be so cut and dry, black and white. It happened or it didn't. And in relationships where abuse goes on, things are very, very gray. And this trial is showing us one of the first times in the media that we are actually sitting down and listening to testimony and trying to fundamentally understand what abuse and illegal activity could look like in a romantic relationship. One of the things I do here is help people understand the psychology of abuse in relationships and help them reclaim their power. So follow me if you want more trauma-informed insight, and if you are ready, book a one-to-one with me at my link in bio.